Hi there, welcome to my crooked little studio. And I think this is my 5th video now, and I've never once even said my name. But it's Terry, if anyone's interested. My project for today is I want to do something on my overhead storage there, which is, of course, crooked. I did do that all by myself, and yeah, it's definitely not straight and not the prettiest, but it's really sturdy, and all I'm holding up there is just fabric anyways. But so on these front boards there, I want to put just like a scallop trim on there, kind of something like my rug that I painted down here. So that's what I'm doing, planning out here. I'm gonna use the wood that I used on my ceiling. This is we had a gigantic stack of this wood. I mean, probably for 5 years or so we've had this, just waiting for, well, hoping and waiting for my studio. And so we were able to use it. Yes, it's definitely not jointed all together. There's crooked spots and yeah, wiring hanging out still. That's one project I do not take on, is anything to do with electricity. So one of the few jobs that I put on the honey-do list, and so we'll see when it gets done. I don't need a fan right now anyways. It is January. But here's my last project that I did, was these spool holders here. And then this is the project I did before, which was just last week, and I haven't put anything on there yet, but I certainly will find some cool stuff. So I think, yeah, some little scallops. I probably will just paint them white, but if you have watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I definitely don't usually start with an exact plan. Don't know exactly where I'm going to go with it. But that's the plan right now, is just to do some plain scallops. And I'll show you the wood I'm using. So I was able to, I mean, there's some chewed up pieces here and stuff. It's just some old tongue and groove. So that doesn't matter. Obviously that's going to get cut out. And so I just measured it out, tried to figure out exactly how big of a scallop that I wanted, and just cut out a cardboard piece, drew it on. I'm going to have this piece on the top, so you won't be able to see the groove in there, and all of that obviously will be cut off. I'm super excited to be able to use my new saw I just got for Christmas from my daughter and my son-in-law. And I've not used it yet. And the blade I'm going to use is just the one that says fine finish wood. So I'm hoping that's going to give me a pretty clean cut. But obviously you can see in my drawing that accuracy is not, you know, top priority on my list. There's no doubt about that. So I'm okay if it's a little crooked. Not exactly right, but at least the boards I think are measured out to be able to fit my space there. So not sure if I'm gonna have to maybe drill a hole in here first to be able to get in these corners and out. I'm thinking I might have to, because I don't see how I'll be able to turn the saw around in those corners there. So yes, I am not a professional. I am not giving woodworking advice at all. This is just something I do for fun. It is a hobby, no doubt about that. Here's another job waiting to get done. I'm going to build a little deck. That one, of course, I can't use scrap wood. I don't have enough scrap wood to build that, so I'm going to build a deck there. Looking forward to that, because obviously I'm bringing in a lot of dirt and stuff in my studio. But all right, I'm gonna start cutting, and no, I'm not doing a video of me cutting because I'm just not. So I will show you after I get it cut out. All right, thanks. So here's a little update on my cutting here. So I did a practice piece here and put it up there, and actually my my shelving was showing in these points here in the scallops, which I didn't like that. And so then I'm like, oh, should I just lower it? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you have plenty of wood there, so you can totally just make it bigger. So I just ended up taping another inch of cardboard on there and redrawing it with a different color, of course, as not to confuse myself. And the saw is working fantastic. The only thing is it's supposed to have like a sawdust blower thing on here. And I looked at the directions and it says in up position it's supposed to be working, but I'm not seeing much difference. So I'm not sure if there's something else I need to do to it or what. So I'm just having to blow off the sawdust a lot. But, and then of course, anybody who was watching the beginning of my video thinking, wondering if I have to drill a hole in there, they'd be like, no, you don't have to. You just come in from the other side of the wood, which I did, which was easy. And you can see on the first one, I did drill a hole, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So, like I said, not a professional, and it's going good. It's cutting out really nice and smooth. And having the second table to put it over there and clamps, huge. That makes the job a lot easier. I mean, you got to unclamp and move it down, but, and yeah, someone will probably be like, well, all you got to do is this, or all you got to do is that, but this is the way it's working for me. So I'm going to get it all cut up and gonna get started painting. So this is probably about 3 hours later, and I was putting the piece of wood up onto my storage shelf there, and I thought, I'm gonna flip it over. I wanted to make sure it fit, and then I'm gonna flip it over to paint it to just because sometimes, especially Sharpie markers, can actually come through paint, and I was planning on painting it white. But when I flipped it over, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this wood. This wood is beautiful. So that's what I'm going with the wood. And this piece especially, I know it's probably from termites. Yeah, I'm very lucky that we actually got to this wood before the termites got it. Because, yeah, there's termites down here, no doubt about that. But, so got it all sanded, and then this is the stuff I used, which who knows how many years old that is. $11 at Walmart. But I bought it at a estate sale many years ago. I think I got like 4 gallons of it, and it's all good still. So super happy with the color. Very pleased with that. When I did flip it over, actually, I had some cracks that went along here. So I just grabbed out I threw in some brad nails on the bottom there. Thank goodness I seen that before I started sanding it, because I probably would have broke off the bottom of all those curves, and that would have been a bigger deal. And I definitely am realizing that, yes, I need everything cordless, especially a brad nailer, because having to pull out this compressor every time I want to use a brad nailer, especially since my jobs are not very big. But I just wanted to show you, like, that wood there, that's the same tongue and groove. It's just smaller pieces, but that I use that same stain or protector or whatever. I use that on there. So really great color. And yeah, I think the wood over here, that's just gonna look excellent. So All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then get it. I'm just using the brad nailer to hang it up there. It's not that heavy and that'll be simple enough. And then I won't have to have any screw holes. So, all right, on to the next part. Hello. Here's Miss Ola checking things out. I opened up this side door and she's like, what's going on? All right, well, it's the next day and it is a little stinky in here. That stuff is a little smelly, but I'm all done. Very happy with the results. Is it over the top? Yep. Does it compete with this? Yep. But, you know, if you can't go over the top in an art studio, where else can you? So I like it. I like it a lot better than it was before. Just all plain. Now, though, I'm pretty unhappy with my boxes up there. Now it really makes my totes look really boring. I have always planned on putting some labels on there. Maybe that'll just be enough to spruce it up. This kind of weird centerpiece, just didn't like how it looked open there, so I threw that up there. I think I'm gonna take and put some kind of decoration or just maybe another layer of wood on there, kind of make it look like the center crown or something like that. But this was a really easy project and fun. Actually, when my husband got home last night and I showed him, he's like, did you cut that out by yourself? Yeah. Like, what do you think? I just went up to Home Depot and bought it? No, I got a new saw, I used it, so. Well, I'm ready to move on to the next project. Not exactly sure what it's gonna be yet. Big one, small one, painting, building, sewing, I'm not sure. But thanks for watching and hope to see you at the next one. Bye.